Welcome to the show, Faith Elizabeth. You are an actress, producer, director, and founder of Yes She Can, a female empowerment company. And the company launched in 2018 and was created to encourage and educate and support women attending and making films for the Cannes Film Festival. Your directorial debut with My Baby Cries has been shown at over 50 festivals worldwide and awarded the Best Debut Short at London Independent Film Festival. The film aims to raise awareness of baby loss and promote discussion around that subject. Your current debut feature film, Asrai, is in pre-production, where not only you are the director, but you also play the lead role, and also you co-produce the film as well. So much to talk about with you, Faith. Thank you so much for joining us, and please do tell us more.
Thank you.
Well, what got you into it, first of all, Faith? What got you into sort of acting and the whole production side of things?
I was one of those typical kids who just loved being on stage, and that just, as I got older, I didn't decide to grow up. I just thought, why not keep doing that, So, I'm like a stage baby. I sort of did the whole stage school thing as a kid, and then discovered like the wonderful world of indie film when I was a bit older, in my 20s. And because I couldn't go to drama school because I had an accident and hurt my back.
Oh, wow.
And then baby at 19, so busy.
Yeah.
I sort of found a different way into the industry.
Okay.
And after acting for a while, I decided I wanted to sort of write some of my own parts and do something a bit more interesting, I guess. It can be difficult sometimes when you get given like kind of standard roles. So it's kind of branching out to do something more than just like the girlfriend.
Yeah.
What's one of the best experiences you had?
Gosh, one of the best. I mean, when I first started out, I used to do a lot of extras work, and I got to work on a film with Nicole Kidman and Colin Firth. I don't know if you
knew that.
The Rumours.
Yeah.
But I got to body double Nicole Kidman in that. So that was a really amazing experience. Yeah. Not only did I get to be on like a really small film set because it was just 4 of us on set, I also got to watch the director directing the stars, because we were in this like really small back room. So it meant that, I could just sit next to him and watch him do his thing, which was amazing.
Yeah. And what was so astounding about what he was doing?
I think seeing it close up and realizing that directing is the same, whether you're directing Nicole Kidman or whether you're directing, a student actor. It's the same process, and it's still people management. Obviously, maybe some stars might be harder to manage than others, but it's the same skills, and it's all just kind of movie magic. Like everybody just gets together and just kind of does their job, whether it's a student film or whether it's a blockbuster. You still kind of have to do the basics of making a film. So it was really like eye-opening to realize it's not this like completely different thing once you get to the sort of top end of the industry. It's just the same with a bit more money, I guess.
Yeah. Now, do you write as well?
I do, yeah. So I wrote My Baby Cries, which was about miscarriage and baby loss. So it's like a dark drama. Yeah. So I did that because I'd had a miscarriage myself. And then a few years later, my sister and my best friend both miscarried in the same week. And I realized that nothing had really changed since I'd had my miscarriage. And I just wanted to like write a film that sort of started to open up conversations around a difficult topic that's still kind of taboo. I feel myself writing kind of very heavy female roles with a lot of trauma that kind of really go quite deep into like the female experience. I think that's quite interesting to me. Maybe it comes from having a few traumas myself, I guess. I feel like it helps to write, what you know in that sense. My Baby Cries was not uplifting. It was a short film, so it's quite a one-toned sort of short 10 minutes, but it's meant to draw you in and kind of grip you around the reality of it. And a lot of people have watched it and said it doesn't really give them a chance to breathe. Like when they watch it, they feel like they're glued for those whole 10 minutes, sort of trying to unravel what's happening. So with that, we kind of wanted to keep it dark and not have a relief at the end to say, oh, everything was okay in the end, because obviously it isn't okay for a lot of people. I think if we resolved it in some kind of way, it would been difficult in 10 minutes to have a resolution that didn't feel like it was disregarding all the emotions that had come in the 10 minutes before. But we're hoping to do a feature film, and we want to explore like much more of it and kind of do a dark drama again, but have more lighter moments, and explore more of the comedy that naturally comes around grief. But within a feature film kind of structure, we'll have a bit more time, and then we'll be able to ride through the highs of the joy and then the lows of the
that's right. Now, have you written positive films? Uplifting.
I don't think that's my style, actually. I mean, I feel like I've written quite a few sort of little scripts before as well, that I haven't made yet, and it always tends to be quite heavy emotional topics. I think I like watching thrillers, and I like watching I don't know, things that are quite kind of intense. So I think that's the sort of films that I like to make.
But now life ain't all bad, you know.
Yeah, of course.
If there was something that you could write about that you think is really cool, it would be really cool for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, Asrai obviously is a fantasy, and that's about mermaids. So that does have that beautiful, ethereal kind of otherworldliness.
Okay.
But it is still kind of wrapped in darkness, I think.
You have to have a little bit in there, you know.
Yeah, no, there will be. It's not like your traditional kind of mermaid film that is sweet little mermaid sitting on rocks. It's kind of more siren territory, I think. Like different filmmakers make different styles, and for me, I don't watch a lot of comedy. I like Friends, but I don't watch a lot of comedy, and I don't lean towards that style. So for me personally, I feel like it's more authentic to my expression to sort of look at some of those difficult conversations, and I see the positive in the world coming out of those difficult conversations and sort of exploring topics that are hard to look at. And through that, hopefully it'll have a positive impact on the world. Like, I don't want to leave people traumatized. It's not like, I don't know, like slasher horror where it's just like
blood and guts.
No, it's not like that at all. It's like looking at difficult topics, but hopefully in a way that makes us look at the world differently, I guess.
With regards to your debut film Asrai, with the fact that you're the lead actress in it, and you've got the production side of things, and you're directing it, is it a much different process because you've got so much control over everything that you're doing? Is it nicer to have that control, or is it just a lot more pressure? And what's the difference between just acting in something and then this period now where you've got so much control over it?
I feel like when you get brought in as an actress, you're a cog in the machine, and you have a role to play to fulfill the vision of the director. And that can be really great to get inside the director's head and to understand the character that he's or she is kind of bringing to life. But for me personally, with Asrai, I'm writing it so it's been conceived in my head, and then going through to directing it means that I'll be having a lot more control over the vision and how I want that to be portrayed, and then all the way to the point where it's written for me, because it was written by myself. But it means I feel like it is such an expression of who I am and what I'm trying to say through that. So for this particular role, it feels natural to me that I would be steering the ship all the way through from conception until completion. I think with other projects that I'm looking to write, they're not written for me, and they're not a part that's necessarily meant to be something that I have a vision that, you know, goes all the way through from writing to acting and all the way to completion. But for this one, it's quite a personal story again. So I feel like it is something that I want that control in order to get like the type of end product that I can kind of envision. So it is a lot to take on, and it is I have to rely on like some really good supportive team around me. So it's definitely not like a one-man band, even though I'm doing quite a few of the roles. There's definitely a lot of teamwork still happening.
You have your own crew, huh?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so we'll definitely have our own crew. I worked with Ben Thompson, who's a cinematographer on My Baby Cries, and we work really well together. So he's going to be cinematographer again on Asrai. So we did a recce in Italy, which was really good fun. And we went out and had a look at some of the locations.
Yeah.
He's going to be, yeah, doing cameraman stuff. So he's got a really good eye. He's also a director. So he'll be able to sort of support me through that as well. And we have this really cool thing called a holly view. So when the camera is on me and I'm sitting in the scene, I can look on my phone and see what the camera can see.
Right.
Oh,
So I
wow.
always see what's happening instead
Yeah.
of step off and check the shots. So
Yeah, sure.
it's easier.
Wow. The tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
And so you get to learn from all these people too. These, like you
Yeah.
said, you getting into these directors' heads, and it's gotta be like, what is it, a struggle to get the part and all that, and who you got to know somebody and all that. How's it work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky I work on referral a lot of the time. So I work on a project and then other directors see that work and then sort of reach out to me directly. So I don't have to do too much of the auditioning at the moment. But I think because I'm doing lots of things, I'm not chasing to do, hundreds of roles a year. I'm being a bit more strategic about how many parts I'm taking as an actor. So I don't have to muck in. But yeah, a lot of actors have to do a lot of castings and it's quite a low acceptance rate. I think it's like one in 100 or something for a lot of people. So it
Oh,
can be
wow.
yeah.
Wow. So you blessed,
Yeah,
right?
I am very blessed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Say you wrote something and then you're going to direct it. What do you find in your music?
It's interesting. Like sometimes I feel like the tone of the film, you kind of know from the start. Like with Asrai, it's a fantasy film in Italy, so I'm listening to a lot of Italian music. I'm listening to a lot of fantasy music, and I'm sort of going sort of in different places where that kind of ethereal sounds are.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want to bring that into Asrai. With My Baby Cries, we hired a composer, a lady called Gabby Ambler, and she was fantastic. So we had a conversation where I said I wanted it to feel a bit like a nursery rhyme,
Oh
with
yeah.
beautiful motherly love, but then also with the sadness again, I'm afraid.
You
So
always
with
got to have just a little bit, just a little.
yeah, so it depends, I think, on the project whether we whether we want to compose something from scratch or whether we look to bringing in other music influences. I'm hoping we can kind of create our own sound with this because Italy does have quite a history of mermaids, but there's not much cinema around it. So
Okay.
I am
Right.
excited to bring like Italian old kind of music and then mix that with the ethereal mermaid kind of sounds and like see where we end up. So it's kind of its own new piece of music.
And what part of Italy will it be?
So it's in the Trabocchi coast, which is if you're in Rome and you drive straight across to the other side of Italy, like in
Yeah.
a straight line, that's the Trabocchi coast in Abruzzo. And
Okay.
so they have these amazing fishing contraptions where instead of going out on a boat, you basically stand on the side of the fishing contraption and you reel a huge net that goes out and then it
Oh,
comes in.
that's cheating. Oh,
Ah,
what? See,
Well, they can't fish because there's mermaids in the sea. So.
my God. Now you've been to Cannes. You've been to Cannes, France.
Yes. Yeah,
Now, I
absolutely.
gotta I gotta tell you, in 1983, we opened the Cannes Festival.
Oh, wow.
We were the first band to play in that theater, right?
That's amazing.
It was so new until they was still taking like half an hour before we was going on. They were still taking plastic off the seats, right?
Oh, wow.
Right. That was 1983. It was beautiful down there. And the food, I mean, oh God,
Yeah.
we had way too much fun down there. I got happy music for you,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you. And wait, I got a women's empowerment song.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely into that.
Yes, called "We Got the Power to Change the World." Right.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice.
And we a friend of mine wrote a book, and I wrote the theme song for a book, and just all these amazing women, because we wanted to yet let the young women see these she robes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's really beautiful. Listen, Tom's gonna get all your information, and bless you for coming on and taking the time.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you
joining
for
us.
having me. It's been so good.
Yes, good to see you. What I just want to know, just how people can see what you're up to. Are you on any kind of social media or website, anything like
I
that?
am very much on social media, I'm
Go
afraid.
for it.
So yeah, you can find me on Lil Faith, Lilfaif. That's my Instagram. So I'm quite active on there. You can also find Yes She Can, which is the female empowerment campaign we run at Cannes Film Festival. That's Cannes. It's spelled Cannes, Cannes, but it's pronounced Cannes because it's French.
Yep.
So you can find me on there, and we're on all the sites with that as well. And then you can look at Asrai Film, which is our website for the movie. So it's asraifilm.com, and you can see a little video. In fact, there's a music, there's like a little sort of recce video that we did with some sort of early tester music that somebody wrote, which is on that video as well. So that's
any idea when that one's due out at all?
So we're hoping to start shooting at the end of this year, and then beginning of next year as well. So we have to kind of have a little break for the winter, and then it will probably be finished like end of 25. So it won't be out for a little while. These things take such a long time, but we'll definitely be sharing sort of little snippets and things.
Teasing people and stuff. Bless you, sister. Namaste. Nice for coming. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you. Bye.
Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.